Hey YouTube, welcome to week 34. Today I am 34 weeks and 3 days. Sorry I didn't make a video last week, and I will explain that now, why I didn't make a video last week. Okay, so and I'm going to try to remember as much as I can from last week. But Tuesday morning, I woke up at 3 a.m., cramping pretty bad. And it, to the point where it woke me up. So I was cramping really bad, and so I took a bath, a warm bath, to see if that would maybe help, and it didn't. And then about 7 or 8, I started throwing up because I was so nauseous from what I thought was the cramping. And then by 9, the cramps which were contractions, were about 3 minutes apart, or 3 to 5 minutes apart. So my mom made me wait 6 hours to go to the hospital because she's a labor and delivery nurse, and that's the downside of having a nurse, because she's just like, whatever. And she thinks I'm dramatic. So after throwing up twice, I know, TMI, we finally went to labor and delivery, and they got me in. And I was having some contractions. They were actually small, but what made it so bad is I was sick. I ended up having the flu, and I was extremely dehydrated. They gave me a whole bag of fluid, and then they checked my urine even after that, and it had the highest, those pee test strips with the colors? It had the highest amount of ketones in there, which means you're really dehydrated. So I was extremely dehydrated. So now I make sure I keep my glass of water with me everywhere. So I got 2 bags of fluid, and then this was all on the 14th. And she jacked my arm up completely. Wonderful. So beautiful. So she jacked that up completely because she tried to get the IV in there and couldn't, and then she got it in my hand, and there's a little bruise there. You can kind of see it, but nothing too bad. So that happened. Then Wednesday was my birthday, and I had the flu then too, which was just so wonderful. And I had the flu Thursday too. So I had the flu for 3 days, and it totally sucked. So that's why I didn't make a video last week, because by the time Friday came around, I was like, okay, what's the point? Okay, so then Friday, my boyfriend ended up getting the flu. Friday night, or Saturday night, he got the flu. And my brother got it on Thursday. So yeah, I gave it to everyone. Yay. So since then, and also I was a centimeter and 50% effaced. So they did do something, those little contractions, I think. As far as symptoms go, pretty much everything is the same, except the cramping a lot. And I noticed today, if I walk a lot, I can't, I get cramps in my legs, which really sucks. So, yeah, that sucks. It's crazy to me to think that in 2 weeks I could have a baby. In 3 weeks I could have a baby. I don't think I'm going to go over my due date. Nobody thinks I'm going to go over to my due date. They'll think she's going to be here sooner rather than later. So they told me to change my doctor appointment at the hospital to this week. So I had one today. That's why this video is so late. I just got back. I was still a centimeter, which is good. So no change there. But I'm cramping again because she checked me. Also, the urine, even in my trace urine, I had the group B strep. So they tested for me today, but she's like, you're going to have to be treated for it anyway because you obviously have it. Yeah, wonderful. So I'm still taking Tums like they're candy. It's ridiculous. And that's pretty much all I've been doing. And just laying because she told me to kind of just relax, so I didn't dilate more because I didn't want to have a baby. I feel hiccups 3 times a day, which stinks. I've gained a ton of weight so far. I've gained I think another 10 pounds since my last appointment. I don't understand why, but It might be my blood pressure. My blood pressure has gone up a little bit since the last one, but I'm not really sure. And that's really it. I'm going to pack my hospital bag after Christmas because some of the things I want to pack I'm getting for Christmas, like pajamas and stuff like that. And I have hers packed already. It's been packed. And then I just made my list for what I need to pack here. So that's my list. And that's really it for this week. I'm going to make my birth plan. Oh, I think I'm going to make a birth plan video. I still kind of got to figure that out. Probably in the next week, starting next week, I'm going to do the hospital bag, the baby's hospital bag, birth plan, all that other kind of stuff videos. But that's really it for these last 2 weeks. Nothing's really changing. I'm just kind of like coasting, waiting for this baby to come out because I am so uncomfortable. It's ridiculous. And so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed. I think I'm almost to like 200 people, which I know there's people out there that have like hundreds of thousands, but 200 is a lot to me. And yeah, that's it. So I will show you my belly, which I still have tons of stretch marks, which is just so wonderful. And then I guess that'll be it. And it's like, my shirts don't even, like, this is a maternity shirt and it still is. And I'm like kind of blending with my bed. The other side. Okay guys, I will see you next week for 35 weeks.